In ancient Talmudic law, a specific case involves a child known as the rebellious son. To frame this in modern terms, imagine a 13-year-old boy on trial because he stole his father's credit card for steak and wine. For this act of teenage defiance, the court delivers a sentence that seems entirely disproportionate: the death penalty. The legal logic here isn't about the cost of the meal. The Talmud explains that these specific behaviors at age 13 serve as a divine indicator of the boy's future. The court views this timeline as a certainty. They see a boy who is guaranteed to evolve into a hardened criminal and a murderer. The execution is a preventative measure. The court chooses to stop the boy now to save his future victims. However, the law contains a specific condition that upends the entire verdict. If the mother and father tell the court, "We forgive him," the boy is set free. Curious, the scholar known as the Shem Mishmuel pointed out a logical conflict here. If the boy's violent future is a legal and scientific certainty, how does parental forgiveness have the power to change that prophecy? This loophole proves that the child's doom stems from a hidden, fatal flaw in his emotional relationship with his parents. We have to look past the outward rebellion, the stolen wine, or the defiant attitude. The Shem Mishmuel identifies the boy's true status as an emotional orphan. The theft and the drinking are merely symptoms of a child who has become entirely disconnected from his mother and father. In this spiritual framework, human beings lack the independent strength to pull themselves out of total darkness. Resilience requires an external connection. This is the shalshelis, a spiritual energy grid. The child at the bottom is wired into his parents, who are themselves nodes in a massive generational network. At the very top of this chain are the Avos, the patriarchs and matriarchs. They serve as the primary power source for the entire system. By surviving their own trials, these ancestors embedded a specific type of resilience into the DNA of the chain. This energy flows down through every generation. When a child rebels to the point that the emotional bond is severed, the line snaps. The child is suddenly isolated and loses access to that ancestral power. Isolated and left to his own limited resources, the child becomes defenseless against negative influences. This lack of connection is what makes the transition into a criminal life inevitable. The child faces a doomed future because he is cut off from the only generational battery capable of sustaining him. When parents choose to forgive their child in court, they are performing a structural repair. They are actively relinking that severed connection. Choosing unconditional love over anger causes these broken links to violently slam back together, fusing the connection instantly. This single act of parental embrace plugs the child back into the spiritual grid of the Avos. The sudden influx of generational strength allows for teshuvah, a return. It provides the child with the external power needed to overcome his environment and change his trajectory. This restoration of energy officially breaks the prophecy. The boy is set free because he is no longer the isolated, defenseless person the court condemned. This ancient case provides a lens for understanding the modern world, where teenagers face unprecedented access to negative influences and distractions. Many parents today feel a sense of helplessness, as if they are losing an impossible battle against the entire outside world. But the Shem Mishmuel suggests that parents are not responsible for fighting the world or manually fixing their child's darkness. A parent's actual role is to protect the connection. By keeping that link alive, they serve as the conduit for the strength of every previous generation, giving the child the power to save themselves.